Well, hi and welcome to another training video. Now last week you may recall I posted a video of myself live trading. Now that video was 6 years old. Now I posted that video to demonstrate three things. The first was continuity. I'm still here doing the same thing today that I was doing 6 years ago. Well, actually 20 years ago. And number two, Pat software is exactly the same, telling you the same story and enabling successful trading just the same. And three, it's just as easy now to make money as it was 6 years ago. So what happened after that video? Well, very few people actually saw the continuity. A few people asked about Pat software, and some naysayers emailed me to say, how did they know things were still the same today, 6 years on from that video? You know, of course that was frustrating, but then I thought about it for a while and I thought, okay, maybe they have a point. The naysayers, after all, may not have just only come across me now. They might not even know actually how long I've been a professional trader. Now, those of you that know me know that I am for the most part semi-retired now. So I decided to go back to work for a week so that I could live trade for a week and show how it's done. And of course, show the all-important contract notes for proof of trades taken, and then the naysayers will be satisfied. But don't hold your breath on that last one. Anyway, so that's what I did. I did exactly what I've been doing for near 20 years. I did exactly what I did in the trading video that I showed last week that was 6 years old. And the result was 10 trades for a total of 110 pips net. And remember, here in New Zealand, I only have a small limited window, a few hours in a day for trading because of our time zone. Now for members, you'll find the full version of this video in your training portal along with all your other exclusive material. But let's have a look at what I got up to. Well, welcome to this training video. Before we get started, let's have a look at the all-important contract note. This details all the trades taken when I opened, when they were managed, and when they were closed. You can pause the video here if you wish to go over these numbers, but I will repeat them at the end of this explanation. Don't forget that the full version of this video will be found in the members training area. Okay, let's make a start. As always, when I'm training you, you get to see the warts and all. Although a losing trade is not really a wart. In fact, some of your greatest trades, as you know from your training, will come as a result of understanding why you'd been stopped out of a trade. Here you can see that the market had risen up, peaked, and then started to roll over. I interpreted this as a retrace, so I bought here and then lined up my exit. The market did not continue up, and this resulted in losing 15 pips. There was one underlying issue with this trade at this time, that being the inability to be really certain of the prevailing trend. Keep this point in mind as we move through to the next trades. Next chart. Here you can see in this chart that the market had been steadily rising for nearly 2 hours. A lot of traders at this point, who would be basing their trading based nothing on more than patterns, would see the market break above the high point just to the left and would be buying the market, believing the market is starting to turn upwards. As a result of your training, you would be doing as I was doing, selling. Just as important in this chart, you can see where the red circle is. This is where I have already set up my limit exit. I know where I'm going to take profits. Let's have a look at the next chart. So nice and simple, trade automatically closed for plus 75 pips. Remember that this knowing where to take profits is an all-important part of your training. Like I always say, any fool can get into a market, but it takes skill and understanding knowing where you're going to get out for maximum profit. On to the next chart. Here is an example of another thing that you are taught as part of your training. Now this happens to everyone. You open a trade and within seconds, experience coupled with your sense of knowing tells you that you have made a mistake. This learned skill keeps your losing trades to very small numbers. In fact, if you work through the contract note at the end of this video, you will see that my average losing trade amounts to only 13 pips, whereas my average win trade amounts to 46 pips. Okay, on to the next chart. Nice and simple, bought at the point of the arrow and exited at the white line, which is my predetermined exit point. Note that we are not generally trading for small numbers of pips, but when you do have a trade like this, it's like taking candy from a baby, so you may as well take that opportunity. On to the next one. Now this was an interesting trade. At this point the market sharply moved down over 40 pips. This type of move sends a panic wave through most traders' minds, and any long positions are stopped out or are manually closed, with traders immediately looking for a short selling opportunity. I, on the other hand, immediately bought the market. And at this point, as we shall see in the next chart, the market then over the next approximately 2 hours moves back up 40 pips. Next chart. However, this turned out to be an unfortunate trading situation for me, as it was too late for me to continue. I was forced to go to bed. As a result of this inability to manage this trade, it resulted in 11 pips loss. The next chart you will notice has a different background. This was because I had moved into my office and had started Pat software on another computer on the following day. I sold the market just below the point of this arrow. As you'll see in the next chart, I manually closed this trade for plus 58 pips. This was the end of the trading week, 10 trades for a net of 110 pips profit. Well, there you have it. Continuity for near 20 years in this business. Pat software, exactly the same, telling you the same story and enabling successful trading. And finally, just as easy for me to show you how to trade successfully today as it was when I started out in this business all those years ago. If you're ready to start trading with the same continuity that I've been demonstrating for years, we should talk sooner rather than later. All the very best for my family and yours. Catch up with you soon.